Okay, it's 1:30, so let's maximize the benefit of our time. So, good afternoon. You are indeed in the 21st Century Community Learning Center's Desk Audits webinar, Promoting Compliance and Continuous Improvement, presented by Watanya Nye and the team from PDE. My name, of course, is Mark Brown, one of your 3 TA providers for the state of Pennsylvania, and I will be moderating today's webinar. At this point, I'd like to turn the session over to the Pennsylvania Department of Education, who has done an excellent job of arranging and providing for grantees in the 21st Century Community Learning Centers program. And so with Tanya and I, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Park. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to get started here really quickly here. But what I'm going to do is, as you guys are putting your questions in the chat, I'm going to do my best to answer some of them. But at the end of our session, we will give plenty of time to ask questions. So please enter your questions in the chat. If I miss some, I'll come back. But I'll be responding to questions as we go along. And I'll turn everything over to Tracy and Clarissa.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, thankful Thursday and staying warm. It definitely is quite cold where I am. I don't know about where you are, but it's quite cold, and I'm ready to trade in my snow boots for flip-flops. So, let's bring on spring because I'm tired of sprinter. As you know, I am Tracy Darden, Program Coordinator of the 21st Century program here at PDE. And I work with all of these wonderful people, with Tanya Nye, Supervisor, Clarissa Rosario, Program Officer, Dorothy Davis, Program Officer, and John Murray, Program Officer, of which you will be introduced to in another slide. Next slide, please. So why desk audit? Well, we've heard from you. You guys have been having a few concerns, and some of you need guidance and you need it right away. And sometimes we're not always readily available, but we try to provide you with as much support and assistance as possible. So the desk audit will basically serve as a structured review to ensure that all of you who hold this wonderful 21st Century grant are adhering to all of the required standards and regulations of the grant. Also, you may find that through this desk audit process, that for those of you who are just, hanging around at bare minimal standards, you may find that some of you, this will be helpful to bump you up to best practices. And that is the goal, for everybody to reach that best practice mark by adhering to all of the required standards and regulations as outlined by the 21st Century program. Your program officer will conduct the desk audit, and in some cases may be assisted by another 21st Century staff member, just to help provide additional support, not to beat you down like a mob. We want to be able to provide you with as much support as we possibly can and answer all of your questions. Next slide, please. Thank you. And as I previously stated, I'm Tracy Darden, Program Coordinator. Carmen Medina is Division Chief of the Division of Student Services. Watanya Nye is the 21st Century Supervisor. Janelle Walters is the Management Technician. She's the fiscal person, along with Maribel Martinez, who will assist you with all of your financial questions. Again, Dorothy Davis, 21st Century Program Officer, John Murray, and Clarissa Rosario. All wonderful people here to support you in help with your program. What are the steps? There are 4 main steps. The program officer will identify weeks that he or she may be available to conduct the desk audit and create an annual desk audit schedule. And the reason for that is because I know, for as much as you all want to be the center and apple of our eye, and you are, but we have to spread ourselves out. We have to spread the love around. Everybody is the apple of our eye, and we're not just readily available for one particular program. We have to be available and accessible for all of the programs. So we ask that you be patient with us. We have to work around our schedules, and it is our sincere hope that you can be accommodating with that process. Program officers will send you an official desk audit notification 4 weeks in advance. This is not a I got you moment. We want to help you, and one way to do it is by being patient with you as well and respecting your time and allowing you to prepare all of the necessary documents that are being requested for the desk audit. Some subgrantee or all of the subgrantees are required to confirm receipt of the notification within 2 business days once you receive it, and you will receive that notification via email. Even though it doesn't state that here, you will receive that notification via email. And be sure to respond within 2 business days. Time is definitely of the essence because we don't want anybody saying that they weren't aware or they didn't have time to prepare all of their necessary materials, or they didn't get their questions answered prior to. You should also have available the materials that are requested by your program officer. And depending on the sections, that will determine what you are going to prepare. Now, please keep in mind, this is a desk audit that will only last for a short period of time. It is not like a monitoring session. Please do not confuse it with a monitoring session. We are only going to identify maybe one critical area and ask you for the documents to support that area only. And we may conduct other desk audits at a later time, but in that particular moment in time, we will cater to that one section. Some examples of those sections or materials that we are going to request may be program policies and handbooks, staff and volunteer clearance forms, staff meeting agendas, and actual classroom schedules and attendance sheets. Now, let me just preface, if your program does not have this as of this very moment of this webinar, it would behoove you to get that in place so that it will be available when your desk audit comes up. Again, we don't want to, see this or deem this as a gotcha session, because that's not what it's all about. We're here to help elevate you to best practice. Other possible requested documents is a list of academic curriculum being used, calendar of family events, list of employees for each site location, copy of staff onboarding process, and you should use the desk audit preparation guide to gather additional evidence and prepare your answers in advance to all of the desk audit questions. Preparation is always great because it will help you to be self-assured so you won't have to second guess yourself about the responses to the questions that the program officers may ask. The self-assessment report must be emailed to your program officer 1 week prior to the desk audit meeting, that scheduled desk audit meeting. And that is important because we need to know in advance the answers to your questions, to our questions, so that we can best assist you in this process. And we are going to reserve all of your questions for the question and answer session. And if you have any questions, I'm sure Ms. Watanya is doing her best to answer those in the chat. But at this time, I will turn it over to my colleague, Clarissa Rosario. Clarissa?
Thank you, Tracy. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Clarissa Rosario, and as Tracy said, I'm a program officer here at PTE. So let's break a little bit something before I will continue with the PowerPoint. What activity are you excited to do now in the spring? If you can put it on the chat real quick. Let's see, like something that you like to do in the spring, something that you cannot wait for. Like Tracy said, she won flip-flops.
Yes, go to the beach. I'm about that beach life.
Yes. Oh, traveling. I love traveling.
Travel is
outside. Yes, yes. Well, Emily, reading book, I do it all the time, every single night.
Oh, cruising.
Ooh.
Shantae likes to cruise. Running.
Wow, thank you so much. It's just a little bit to break a little bit the ice. So I will continue with our PowerPoint about the desk audit time frame. So as soon as we finish all of this one today, you will receive, like everybody is saying, you will receive the PowerPoint, you will receive the desk audit procedure, all the question, everything. And maybe by next week, as the program officer, are going to start reviewing our calendars and choosing some dates and send it your way so we can start processing and we can start reviewing this. So all these audits are virtual and will be conducted using Microsoft Teams. So they say here, and I know that some of you have the question, what is the time frame? It can be approximate 2 hours, or maybe it can be an hour. So everything is depend of what section we are going to review. So, and I will say you, there is 8 section in the process, in the procedure. So section 1, it's program administration, or section 2, as you can see, it's program staffing. Section 3, student enrollment and attendance. Section 4, family community engagement. Section 5, it's program curriculum and activities. Section 6, fiscal management. Section 7 is health and safety. And section 8, it's evaluation and data reporting. We can, like us as a program officer, and also Watania and Tracy will help us say, well, okay, for this first desk audit, let's just focus on program administration and program staffing. So we won't see all the section in the same date. So the first one can be program administration only by itself, or fiscal management by itself. Then in 2 or 3 months period, we will say, okay, let me go to a student enrollment and attendance. So it's something that we all are going to do it like during the year, the whole year. It's not only one section like monitoring. It's like 2 section, everything is done and that's it. No, because as Tracy said, it's so we can talk to you, that we can review everything. It's not a catch-up moment. It's organization. It's making sure that you as a subgrantee and us as the grantee of this grant have everything in place, everything ready. And I will show you right now a little bit of what is the discovery procedure. So if you can give me a thumbs up, if you can see everything, please. Or if you need a little bit more bigger or something. Can you see it? Yes, no?
You're getting a lot of thumbs up, Clarissa.
Okay, good. I haven't seen it. Okay, so this is like we already talked about the first part. You will receive this afternoon as soon as we finish all of that. This will be your information. We will put everything there. That is this 8 sections. And for example, I won't review anything of this because you will receive everything. But like I want you that you be aware that the best practice standard and the questions, the items that we are going to be review, it's right here. Everything is right here. It's not a gotcha moment. It's not like, oh, a surprise. I don't have that document. No, everything is there. As you can see, like does your organization have an organizational chart or program structure? Supporting documentation, show me something like, let me see in your, I don't know, in your document, in your folder, something that you have there. Program schedule, like Tracy said, we want to see the schedule specific for your site or for your program, because sometimes when we do the continuation, you sent us documentation. Yes, you sent us stuff, but something can change between that continuation start until, I don't know, like April, or let's say in December, something happened and we need to change. We need to adjust our schedule. We don't have that. But now with the desk audit, we will be able to see it, to review it, to talk to you about it. As you can see right here, I won't go through all the sections, but like something so we can go like, okay, section 2, for example, is program staffing. We can ask you like, how does the program recruit qualified staff? What about your volunteers? Like something, they all have the clearances. Can I see some of them? Can I have like a schedule or an agenda of your program or staff meeting? Something simple that you all should have with you. Like I said in the beginning, it's organization and reviewing of everything of the after school program. All the questions, everything that we are going to look for, it's right here. Everything will be right here. And like I say, like standard student files, records that you keep. Where do you keep the student records? Family orientation. Like my grantees know, I love, like if you have any event activity, please send me the invitation and I will talk to my supervisor or Carmen to be there. Parenting handbook, communication between you and the family. Do you have like a procedure? Talk to me about it. Newsletter, something. How do you communicate the best of your program with the community, with the staff, with the family? All of that is the things that we are looking for. Community partnership. Again, yes, everything will be sent to you this afternoon after the meeting. But everything, all the sections, as you can see, it's right here. In my next slide, I'm going to jump real quick because it will be talking about the tool that we already are reviewing with everything, and also the compliance rubric. And that one, it's also here, the last page, page 19. You will have all the criteria of everything that we are going to evaluate. As Tracy said in the beginning, it's not a got you moment. So I know sometimes say, oh, but we have score 4.20. That is only internal. So we can make sure who grantees, who after school program, who need more help. It's helping. And then we will talk with the TA and also with us as a program officer and work with you so you have the best after school program that you can have. So it's now a got you moment, even though you see 4.20 and also the score. Don't worry, this is internal. This doesn't go no way. We won't say who got more score, who got less. No, it's between you and your program officer. So, and also the TAs, the technical assistant, that we are all working together with that. So that is all, and we are going to answer all the questions that you have, comments. I will stop sharing my screen and everything so we can have a little chat with all of you. So Watania, if you have the questions already, or if you want, some of you have questions, please, it's the time.
I was muted. I was talking, but I was muted. So I was going through answering some questions, but now I'll stop typing and I'll start just looking at the questions and I'll respond that way. So I see, I'm just going to go back up to the top because we had a whole bunch of chatting about what we're going to do for the springtime, and it kind of lost me in the middle of all the chat. So I apologize if I missed your questions, if you answered something earlier. Just put your hand up. If I missed something, I'm going to start at the top now, working my way down to the bottom. The first question I see is from Hannah. Are cohort 11 grantees going to have to go through a formal monitoring? Yes, cohort 11 will be part of the desk audit. And this will be in addition to monitoring. So some of you were asking, are we going to have this and are we going to do monitoring? The desk audit and the monitoring are two separate things. Desk auditing is for PDE to look at individual grantees to see where you are in your best practices. And also, as Tracy and Clarissa have been repeating, that we want to make sure that all of our grantees are doing the best they can in their programs. We want to be able to offer that support and guidance to any grantees that need it. So this is more of a time for you guys to have support from your program officers in a different way. Let's see here. Next question. I hope that answered your question, Hannah. If you need more clarification, just raise your hand and I will follow up.
Tanya, I believe Mary asked, when will desk audits start?
Yeah, so we're gonna start the desk audits moving forward in the spring. So you can start seeing you'll start to see notifications go out around April timeframe. So next month. And someone also asked about the topics. I saw a question about the topics as I'm sliding through here. The topics aren't going to go into order at the PowerPoint, but you'll know what we're going to talk about because in your email invite that you'll receive from your program officer, it'll say we're going to cover this topic on this when we meet together on this day. So don't look at the PowerPoint and think that we're going to go in order. We're not going to go in order. But we are going to choose one topic that every program officer is going to have the same theme throughout. And you won't have multiple desk audits in a year. It's only going to be one topic we're going to focus on. So for example, we might say we're going to focus on family engagement this month or fiscal this month. And that'll be what we focus on for all the grantees because there are a lot of you and only a few of us. So it's going to take us literally the whole entire year of your grant to get through to everyone. So just know that once we have touched you for that year, you probably won't hear from us again to the following year. Not that you won't ever hear from us again, but in regards to desk audit, it's going to take us some time to get through every single grantee on the topic that we are going to focus on for that year. Let me keep going here.
I did see a question with Tanya. Someone wanted to know what topics, Tanya did cover the topics. There are 8 different topics that we will cover. And please keep in mind, you will be notified. As I stated before, you will be notified 4 weeks in advance, and you will know exactly what materials you have to gather for that particular desk audit session. We're not going over everything. We're only going over certain sections. That's what we will look for. But again, as I said before, and as Clarissa said, and as Ms. Watanya just said, this is not a gotcha moment. You will be notified in advance. You will receive an email, and you will be expected to respond to that email within 2 days of receipt of the email. If for any reason you are having some type of technological issues and you don't receive our communication, please reach out right away. But you will be informed in advance that we are going to conduct a desk audit. And you would have already known because constant communication with your program officer will make you aware that a desk audit is coming your way real soon.
Thank you, Tracy. I just see earlier that Alan, you asked what the lead time was for the desk audits. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive an email from your program officer, and they're going to provide you with several different dates. And you're going to be able to choose from one of those dates. So it's not going to be like tomorrow is going to be your desk audit and we're sending you an email the day before. You're going to have plenty of time to do your planning and get everything together that needs to be together. Keep in mind, though, that you guys submit to PDE lots of documentation. So a lot of the documentation, we already have it. And if we don't have it, that's when we'll be asking for it. But then we're going to just probably be going through the documentation that we have on file for you if we don't need anything that you need to provide to us. But we'll let you know if there's anything that needs to be provided our way prior to the desk audit. You'll know well in advance. I see. Will this be started? I guess they want to know, is going to be current grants and new grant cycles. This is going to start for all grantees. The desk audits are going to start for all grantees, cohort 11, cohort 12, and cohort 12A, regardless of where you stand in the continuum of 21st century. Everyone will have the opportunity to be desk audit. I do preface that if you are in the realm of getting monitored, because we will have another upcoming round of monitoring through AIU, if we see your notifications go out, we will not request that you do a desk audit and prepare for monitoring at the same time. We're not mean like that. So don't worry, you won't be doing both of them at the same time. We will avoid anyone that gets a monitoring notification. You will not be asked to do a desk audit.
Well, Tanya, Evan Van Shee has 2 questions.
All
He
right,
wanted to know
working my way down the list.
Okay.
And someone already said the sections won't be in order. Let's see. Could you provide this link, please? I'm not sure what link you're looking for. I'm sorry. But you will get a copy of the PowerPoint after the session, so we will have that out to you guys shortly. The desk audit is not going to take the place of the PDE grant monitoring. In this desk audit, you're going to see that we are when you are monitored for a new monitoring, and know that not everyone has been monitored with a new monitoring tool yet, but you'll see that we have pulled apart some of the pieces that are going to be strictly for monitoring, and then we have pieces that we're going to look at as PDE staff. So we won't be repeating what's in monitoring. Is not going to be necessarily repeated in our desk audit. A desk audit is going to go a little bit deeper in some instances, especially when it comes to like fiscal areas of your grant. So don't mess the two together because they are different. Desk audits and the monitoring are going to be 2 different things. So they will not be overlapping. Will we be notified in advance of the sections? Yes, when you get the email for your program officer, we're going to tell you what section we're going to be focusing on. Will desk audits be conducted over the summer months? We're going to start in April with the desk audits, and we may do some of them through the summer months. Well, what is the date range of the desk? Tanya, can you, Tanya Aguirre, I'm reading your question. Do you mind unmuting so that you can explain? I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you're available, should we only expect 1 topic review by September and another for year 5? Okay, I think I know what you mean, Tanya. So you're wanting to know if we'll cover 1 topic and then by year 5, there'll be another topic. Because there are so many grantees, we're probably going to pick 1 topic in April, and that will probably take us quite some time to get through everybody. So because cohort 11 is almost on your way out, you may not see a second topic covered for your grant. And that is just the reality of the number of grants we have. I hope that answers your question, Tanya. We do plan to do desk audits through the summer months. So, Jen Neiman, if I'm saying your last name correct, yes, desk audits are new to 21st century. This will be our first round of desk audits that we've ever completed with 21st century grants. As Clarissa mentioned, the amount of time can be anywhere from like an hour to 2 hours for the amount of time the desk audit session could last. And okay, I'm sorry. I see, Tanya, that won't let you unmute yourself. That's fine. Did that answer your question? Can you give me a thumbs up if they answered your question, Tanya?
She did give us a yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, great. When should we expect desk audits to start? We're going to start desk audits next month. And another in year 5 if there's time. That's correct, Tanya. All right. Are there any other questions? I'm seeing a thank you from Alir and nothing else after Alir's name. You're welcome, Alir. So we'll make sure to get all this documentation out to you, and then your program officers will be in touch with you. Please do not be surprised if I'm in a meeting with your program officer or another program officer is there. We'll be supporting each other through the process, and it'll also be, in a way, making sure that everyone is providing the same language to all of the program. We want to make sure that we're consistent across the board. So we want to make sure that all program officers are providing the same information to every sub-grantee. So you may see one or two extra people in your meeting with your program officers just to ensure that we are doing the same process across the board. Have you chosen a topic yet for the first round? Yes, we have chosen a topic for the first round. But when you get your email, we'll tell you what that topic will be. Is a desk audit occurs during the summer months for C11? Will this count for year 5, or would it be? It's really hard to tell, Michelle, to be honest with you, because like I said, there are so many grantees. It depends on how many desk audits we can get through within a year. This is the first time that we'll be doing this process, so be patient with us. Any other questions? All right, if there are no further questions, we look forward to meeting with each and every one of you here soon.
Before you all go, I'll make an announcement quickly. Is that okay with Tanya?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fine.
May 14th of 2026, there will be a webinar on the topic of sustainability. It'll be presented by APOS, that's the Allegheny Partners for Out of School Time. I believe Karen Dreyer will be the presenter for that session, but regardless, it'll be a great session. And it is one more tool that you have to benefit your program. Having said that, thank you very much to Tracy and Clarissa and Matanya and the entire team at PDE for improving the quality of all these things by better scrutinizing them and helping us as grantees. I also want to say thank you to the grantees. You've endured a lot of change over the years, and one more change to negotiate, but it's all for the purpose of better outcomes for children and being more supported by PDE. And so the goals are all great. So thank you all for all that you do to make education in the state of Pennsylvania, especially in out of school time, great. So thank you all for your time today. And thank you, Tanya and team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Park. Have a great day.
Thank you.